Shalom. I'd like to give Noah Zera Shimshon as speaking with Shem about the importance of giving tzedakah, which I get to this week Parsha, and I wanted to be also a big, obviously segula full of big Eden Nishmas full of Mechaber, Shimshon, Chaim, Gabi Nachmeni, a big Nishmas for his neshamas, and we know the Mechaber. Obviously, we know when we learn the sefer, it's big segula for everyone, for people who need yeshuos, and it should also be big in nishmas for also Rabbi Yosef ben Aaron. It's big in nishmas also be zechus, obviously Gabi Ezekiel ben Chayil, like zechus to find Zera Shimshon. Those who learn sefer should be a big zechus and big segula for the whole of Klal Yisrael. People need yeshuos. That's Hashem. I like to speak in this week Parsha, in the Parshas, obviously Parshas Ve'ei, in Perek Tesvav Pasuk Yud. Speaks about, he says, Nason Titen Lo. Obviously, you should give to him. Talk about giving tzedakah. Lo yeva levavcha b'sitcha lo. And you shouldn't be scared. You shouldn't feel bad because when I'm giving, I don't want to give. You shouldn't feel bad when you're giving to him. Ki beglal hadavar zeh, because this thing, Hashem bless you, Hashem your God will bless you, v'chol masech, all your works, v'chol mishlach yodech, all what your hands, your handiwork, which Hashem sent to you, and you should give the tzedakah, and shouldn't be feel bad of giving. And the Zera Shimshon asked a few questions, and then with these few questions you're going to elaborate about the two different levels of giving tzedakah. First of all, he says yesh daktik, yesh hakefesh and Nason Titen. Why it's two lashonim of giving? The Pasuk says Nason Titen Lo. You should say just Nason Lo, Titen Lo. Also two expression of giving, Nason Titen Lo. I know. I think maybe Rashi already on that pasuk already has a b'shat. I'm not sure if it could fit to the Zera Shimshon. Let's just a kasha which is Zera Shimshon bothered with, which the Rishonim seem to also be bothered with this question as well. And why say double expression of giving? But why do we need to go back and say when you're giving? Don't feel bad when you're giving. Obviously, we know what we're talking about. We know that the whole Parsha was talking about giving. Tzedakah, the whole Pasuk. What's the Pasuk adding by saying sitchaloi? Obviously, we know about the whole Pasuk is about giving. We know that we don't need to add in that actual word, the third lashon of giving. And also, as well, it says, that's it. Then another question is, which is the third question, is im yeva levavoi lo yitzel litin lo klal, because oimer lo yeva levochav sitcha lo dafka. And also, it seems to be wrong to say sitcha, not appropriate to add in when you're giving, because generally, when you're giving, it's generally, the Pasuk telling us maybe you feel bad. By giving, you feel bad. If you feel bad by giving, then actually you won't give. Generally, you could learn maybe you still give even though you feel bad. You don't really want to give. Therefore, the Pasuk need to add in do yeva levacha. That's where the other Shonim maybe learn. But the Zera Shimshon seems to be learning, like if you're giving, then generally you feel happy when you give. I do give more. I feel happy. I want to help this only. I want to help this poor person. Then why the Pasuk need to add in lo yeva levacha? Seems to be like maybe you feel bad of giving. But you're not giving, and if you won't give, if you feel bad, you won't give. Parshas, some people generally keep it to themselves, the money. Generally, you won't give if you feel bad. The why do the person need to add him? You won't even give. And the cost of lo yeva levavcha b'sitcha lo. Dafka. When you're giving, why? Obviously, he wants to give. Now, what's the thing of? Obviously, he doesn't want to give. Parshas. What's when you're giving, when you feel bad? Generally, you feel bad. What's the Pasuk saying? But also the last question is Mahu ki beglal hadavar zeh, mashma shebol mai davar acher. Also, why does it says a davar zeh? Just say beglal hadavar. What's zeh? This thing also come to be mashma mai another thing, davar acher, which is something else. Mashma this mitzvah get brachos and this mitzvah tzedakah get brachos. Other mitzvahs, there's other mitzvahs maybe you don't get brachos, but first of all, it might not be true. First, other mitzvahs you get brachos. Every mitzvah you do, you always generally get brachos to it. And what's important for the pasuk to add in zeh, come to your mind, other mitzvahs, come to your mind something else. And important about saying Zeh, and what's the pasuk teaching us of Zeh to come to mind something else? What's important of it? That's the full question. They have, again, just to summarize the full questions. One question is, again, Nason Titen the double expression of givings in the pasuk. What's the two things? And also the second question is, why do add in sitcha? We know we talk about the Parshas about giving. Don't need to add in, just say lo yevalacha. Why sitcha when you're giving? Obviously, you know you're talking about this. And also the third question is that it's wrong to say maybe sitcha, because generally when people give, they generally give it, they don't usually feel bad when they're giving. But now, the positive don't need to, usually feel happy. Therefore, if you feel bad, you won't give. The positive don't need to say lo yevalacha. When he's giving, he'd be happy in giving. The third question. And fourth question again is that what is Zeh come to your mind? What's come to your mind? That is the just summarize of the four questions. And now the Zera Shimshon giving a hagdama to explaining two different chiyuvim of tzedakah, which explaining the whole idea of answer all these questions. Let's say yesh loima zog the Zera Shimshon azoi. He says yesh nei mini chiyuvim lasos tzedakah. There are two types of chiyuvim of giving tzedakah. Yesh chiyuv, there's one chiyuv she called ish v'ish mechuyuv litin kvi asogaz yodoi. There's a chiyuv which according to every single person is mechuyuv to give according to how much he's able to give. That's how much he's able to give, his earnings, my soul, whatever certain earnings of his tzedakah, this is how much he should give. Dimisha Nason Lo HaKadosh Baruch Hu, whoever HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave him nechosim merubim, chayiv litin habe, should give a lot. Let's say a rich guy have a lot of money, then he should give, maybe Hashem expect him to give more money. Obviously, nechosim merubim, chayiv litin habe. And maybe something not so rich, may have a little bit of money, he should give according to according to his capability. That's the first basic level of tzedakah. And it's another level of tzedakah is yesh chiyuv achas iman nesin al fi erech hanechosim lo tispik l'sorich haniyim. There's another chiyuv of tzedakah, which is actually the higher level of tzedakah, is if you give the nesin al fi erech hanechosim according to his valuation, you give and according to his tzedakah, but it's not enough to help this oni. Unless this oni is very big in debt, he needs a lot of money to help him. But even me, there's this person to help him, and other people who want to give him money according to this. So it's not enough to help this oni, because oni is a big debt. He needs help. Therefore, the thing is he should give. For example, what big case which is loitis big the sorich haniyim is, for example, which is not enough for haniyim, because the fish heim rubim, there are a lot of haniyim in town which need help. Or there's a certain oni which needs a lot of help. Going if Doiso even based Hashevi, such he's captured, and obviously the people who capture him want to sell him with a lot of money. Therefore, they obviously try and go out of the way to pay him a lot of money. Or being to order to do pigeon shavum to take him out of prison. So should call Adam yitin yosim al voyeloi liti. If a person is mechuv to go what he's able to give, or more than what he's able to give, then he's able to give this amount. He should go maybe a bit more to give a bit more than what he's able to give. Obviously, not enough, obviously, to make him poor or not good enough. But I've just a little bit more, one off to give him a bit extra in order to try and help this oni, to order to maybe free him and to help him wherever he needs. The nimsa shamin is if it comes to nimsa shamin shel chiyuv for vision who chiyuv hachvichi. It comes to be that the chiyuv of vision. Seem to be, just to summarize before Nimsa, seem to be two chiyuvim of giving tzedakah. One chiyuv of giving tzedakah is the basic chiyuv, which is you have to give according to your earnings, according to your capabilities, what you could afford. You should give the first level. And it's another level of tzedakah that even you should give him even more than what you're able to afford if the oni needs help and it's not enough. You need to pay him a bit more in order to help his oni, soicha oni. Because not enough, maybe my earnings to help him. I should pay a bit more in order to help his oni, obviously, to a different level. Yosem, he said, yitin yosem al voyeloi liti, give him more than was able to give. The nimsa shemin shechiv vision who chiyuv seem to be the chiv vision. The first chiv of giving tzedakah is the chiv, which is obviously this is the basic chiv we have to give. Obviously, tzedakah every person. Kadesh lo lios kafar tova. The Zera Shimshon seem to give together and giving tzedakah. Like the whole reason of giving tzedakah is to appreciate, not to hide the Torah of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, because really the money and all the earnings, obviously, is all HaKadosh Baruch Hu. HaKadosh Baruch Hu give you the earnings which to survive on, and the money to live, obviously, on. If it's parnassah, that we should realize, by realizing that the money is from Hashem, we should give, obviously, some tzedakah, maybe the minimum, generally a maisa, should give some, maybe obviously tzedakah in order as a mitzvah of tzedakah, in order shloliyos kafar Torah, in order not to hide the Torah of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, to basically to appreciate what Hashem give you. That's the important of giving tzedakah. And also, because really everything I said in passing into him, though the melech, I call Nason Titen Lo, like all the money all the money is from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, all the money is all from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That's what saying that that's the pasuk telling. And Chiv Sheni, the second Chiv is who would soini. It's about Ritzoini, it's about basically if going out of the week. Sometimes you're not mechuv to go out of when it's more than a sogas yoda, more than your capabilities. But in certain cases, like maybe Pidyon Shavuim, the on needs more money, then you mechuv. Then who chiyuv only going and chiyuv the obligation only when he needs help. The first chiyuv is stam, you have to give whatever the story is, because this is what not to the basic chiyuv. As to give tzedakah, in order to appreciate and not to be low kafar Torah, in order not to hide the Torah of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That's the basic chiyuv. And the second chiyuv is even if I giving tzedakah, but even if it's more than what I'm able to capabilities, I should still give, because in order to help this oni, because oni needs help, which according to your capabilities not able to help him. You need to pay a bit more than your capabilities. That is the second chiyuv. That's the high level. Therefore, the fizeh come to answer all these questions. Because fizeh connected the chiyuv rishon. The first chiyuv is Omar Kosum Nason. It says Nason Kloima Kol Echad Mechuyev Litain Lefi Mash Nason Noi Hamokim. The first chiyuv is it says Nason Kloima Kol Echad Mechuyev Litain Lefi Mash Nason Noi Hamokim. Meaning it's saying that if adding Nason, it says twice. It says Nason Titen, because the first Nason is different types of level of nisina. The first Nason giving stop at the basic chiyuv. A person is obligated to give what Hashem gave him. That's the basic chiyuv. Fiat sogas yod. And connected the chiyuv hasheni is Nason Titen Lo dafka. The fimachsurish. Therefore, the be'etzem is the second chiyuv. The second titen is referring to the higher level of giving. High level, even if it's more than your sogas yod, more than your capabilities financially. And it's more, but you still have to give him in order to help this ani, in order to help this soich ani. Obviously not enough, obviously, to make him, obviously this guy, obviously when you're giving money to make him poor, rather. But it's enough just to give a little bit more of your earnings just to help this ani for everyone, maybe the whole civil, to try and help this ani to redeem him wherever this ani needs. Therefore, that's the highest level of giving. There's two giving. The first is the basic level, and the second giving, Titen Lo, is the high level. And that's the Lo dafka to help this ani. Because he's lucky, you need to help him. That's where you answer the first question when I say double lashon. And connected there is and that's why also answering now the second question, because he said connected there chiv hasheni haman kosov loy yeval levochav sitcha loy. Any word says yeval levochav she'at soich litin soich on yosem mash hayo muta lecha litin fi erech memoincha. That's why adim. Why do you adim sitcha when you're giving? Because it's dafka saying sitcha means sitchaloi. It's dafka saying that, I'll just find it. Connected there. Because the Toma case is you're giving. Because the sitcha, sorry, not the sitchaloi. Something sitcha is already when you're giving. Well, obviously we had a question. Obviously you feel why do you add in sitcha, and also why you generally feel bad when you give. When you give, you don't. If you feel bad, you won't be giving. Therefore, why generally you give is happy. So no, you're not giving. You talk about sitchom in the first giving. The first giving, you end up giving to our sogas yard. When you end up giving of what you capabilities of what you can afford. You're ready giving. You should make sure to still give. Make sure to still give the extra chiv, the chiv sheni, in order to help the ani, because ani needs help. A sogas yard, my capabilities of financial capabilities is not enough to help him. I need to pay a bit more than my financial earning in order to help him. That's why adding sitcha lo yeva levavcha, mean don't feel bad, mean he's anyway giving. Anyway, he's anyway have to give. Anyway, whether he's like or not, he anyway has to give the first chiyuv. But he's saying now when you're now giving, anyway you're giving, that make sure to don't feel bad when you're giving, when you end up giving the first giving, in order to don't feel bad to order to help him again, to give him a extra in your giving, more than what you earn. The second chiyuv. Lo yeva levavcha, v'sidcha in the void say, he doesn't want shiva levavcha. He doesn't want to bad giving, because I want to give because it's a bit more than what I earn. So litin sorich still she'at sorich litin sorich ha'oni yoyis mach hayamut alecha litin fi erech mencha. The whole reason is don't feel bad when you give a bit more than what your earnings to help this oni, because Hashem said because of this because if you do this, Hashem will bless you. Hashem will bless you, and will yivecha Hashem lekecha v'chol masecha v'chol mishlach chodecha. And the blessing, the bracha is going on the second giving. You're going to say, you're going to see that. You're going to see. But that is the sorich lit and sorich oni yoyis mash hoya mutar lechlit fim erech men chibla dov zeh. And now the last question is, the Bible said, what is zeh? What is zeh coming to your mind? What is zeh? He said, she'ata noisten fi erech men inato yochel lios misapel letashtem gomul oy letikvas pavash havekach chivoscho lasos nikvo kamoi prias choiv. He's saying Dafka, he said when you're giving according to your valuation, according to what you earn, and you're giving for that, then a person it doesn't anticipate, the person doesn't anticipate or doesn't wait to get the bracha, what the apostle is referring to, or to wait for the parnassah in this world, because this is your chayva, this is your main ikar basis chayva of the obligation, your duty in giving. This person's stuck according to your financial need, according to what you financially earn. The last is nikol komo piyas choiv. Therefore, it's like piyas choiv. It's like a choiv, it's like a normal which you owe somebody money. It's like a basic. But a person maybe every mitzvah maybe get a bracha, maybe there's some level. Even if you give tzedakah, any tzedakah always bring brachas. I'm saying the special unique bracha and a high level bracha is Dafka going to see the second chiyuv, the highest level chiyuv, which he went more, he paid more in what he earned and what he owns. He paid a bit more to what he's able to pay, to order to help this oni. Therefore he went more, he should go more to his chiyuv, in order to help the oni. And then you'll be able to be sapel the tikvas parnassah. Then you can be guaranteed to get the parnassah in this world, even in this world. It's Dafka saying zeh, Dafka, shehainu achiv hasheni shel Titen Lo yivarechecho Hashem lekecha. Only Dafka zeh, only in this chiyuv, it's basically different levels of chiyuvim. Only the second chiyuv, which is he went more, he paid more than yoisema chayvoscha. He paid more in what the main obligation giving stock. He paid a bit more in order to help the oni, to be soveich oni. Because and that's what the apostle say, don't feel bad. Even if you already be giving, and you said sitcha, you already be giving anyway. Sitcha going on the first game, you anyway be giving. But don't feel bad in giving. Why would he give the second time? You already give the first time. Maybe you feel bad at giving the second time. Therefore, you feel bad at giving the second time, you won't want to give. Therefore, apostle say, no, don't feel bad in giving the second time. Because it's more of a reason to feel bad, because I need to pay more than what I own. But still, don't feel bad, because keep it out of there. Hashem will bless you, and Hashem will give you bless you. And that is the importance of giving tzedakah. And that's the zeh, dafka list, chiv sheni, the highest level of giving tzedakah. Dafka list will be blessed. Much ain't about the first chiv. He won't get blessed as much as this chiv. This chiv is the highest level chiv, and it's a higher dag, a higher level of giving tzedakah. He went out all of his way, like kimat, like lifnim b'shusadim, to help this oni. Therefore, that you get a special, and it's tackle the chazal from the pasuk we see for Zera Shimshon learning that's muftach in the pasuk that you guaranteed to get the schar in this world as well, even in this world. Mashenke in the first chiyuv, that is a big mitzvah. That maybe get schar everything next one. Maybe some blochas in this world as well, but it's not guaranteed to always get blochas in this world every mitzvah. Maybe Hashem cheshboinus, Hashem adim cheshboinus, but we see a special uniqueness by the second chiyuv. By the second chiv of giving tzedakah, the highest level of giving tzedakah, by going because to this higher level chiyuv, then it's guaranteed, literally, the pasuk muftach like gets even in this world, and you won't lose out. That we see from the Zera Shimshon the importance of giving tzedakah, even if maybe it's hard, maybe financially there in the earnings, but if you went out a bit more to help him, a little bit more, like a little, maybe feel a little bit pinched, like a little bit hurt, just to give a little bit more, and maybe if you feel bad, the person don't feel bad. On the contrary, Adarabah, Hashem will bless you, and Hashem will bless you in all your parnassah and all what you're doing, your masechah, all your works. Hashem will bless, and that's what the pasuk teaching us. And there's a big lesson in this thing. I personally know zechus, I know give a lot of tzedakah, and I can see during the life, I can see Hashem really bless these people of giving tzedakah, because and Hashem blessed them a lot in parnassah, because they always give tzedakah. I know personally people who maybe maybe it might not be so rich, but if there'll be something difficult sometime before, but they gave tzedakah, and because of giving tzedakah, they became, Hashem blessed them with masechah, and I see they financially they very Baruch Hashem done very well for themselves in a parnassah, because in the zechus of their giving, even Yosef called Yosef Ma'chavoscha, and because of that Hashem, I can see Hashem bless them. And that's what I think. I'm not mistaken. About Amunib Steinman also quote like that. People give tzedakah, and even if it's Yosef, even if it's more than your financial need more, if people give tzedakah, definitely Hashem will bless you. And this little God said, but Amunib Steinman, that's how it said it, and because of that. And he said it to some person. This guy became an osher, became very wealthy because of this. And we see that. I know people personally, people like that. As it's important, we see that from the Zera Shimshon. That we basically answer all the questions. So basically, it comes out different levels of giving tzedakah, giving the different level of giving tzedakah. And I'm just thinking something else. I don't. What's it saying? That's it. Shkach for listening. Shkach.